Hi everyone, this is Jenny again at Inner Drive Fitness with another of our 12 days of fitness home exercise routines. Today's workout is going to consist of a series of cardio core couplets. A couplet is just a pair of exercises placed back to back. As you're working through these exercises, each couplet you're going to repeat twice before you move on to the next pair of exercises. For each exercise, you're going to have a 1-minute work-rest cycle. So over that 1 minute, you might work for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, or work for 45, rest for 15. You can adjust that work-rest cycle to fit your individual fitness needs. As always, warm up a little bit on your own ahead of time. We'll be posting some videos with some sample warm-up routines that you can use to get your muscles and joints loosened up, ready to work. Couplet number 1 is going to consist of a combination of burpee jacks and planks. Burpee jacks, hands come down to the floor, feet step or kick out behind, step or kick back up, and we're going to throw in a jumping jack at the top. So I'll show you a couple of variations of that exercise depending on your fitness level. Easiest level, hands come down to the floor, step back, up, step up, and throw in a jumping jack, or if you don't want to jump, you can do a modified jumping jack just by stepping out to the side, lifting the hands over the head, stepping out. If you want to raise the intensity level of that burpee jack, hands down to the floor, hop the feet out, back up, full jumping jack. And again, you're going to do a 1-minute work-rest cycle of those burpee jacks. 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, 45 work, 15 rest, whatever works for you. And then we're going to pair that with a standard plank, down on the floor, elbows beneath the shoulders, holding that nice stable plank position. And again, holding this plank for 30, 40, 50 seconds, whatever works for you. A little rest, and repeat that couplet one more time before we move on to the next one. Okay, so now we're ready for couplet number 2. Couplet number 2 is going to consist of mountain climbers and toe touch crunches. Again, I'll give you a couple of modifications for that mountain climber. Mountain climber, hands come down to the floor, or if you need to make it a little bit easier, you can elevate those hands up on a raised surface like a step or a coffee table, whatever you have at home. Hands out in front of you. Easiest modification is to just step the feet forward. Slightly more elevated level. Drive those feet forward a little more quickly. And then a third level. We make it a little more plyometric in nature by bringing the toe forward and driving the toes off the floor. So that's your cardio, and we're going to pair that with a core exercise. This time it's going to be toe touch crunches. Coming down onto the floor. If you have a mat, you can use one, or a nice carpeted floor works just fine. Toes up in the air, shoulders up off the floor, and reaching for those toes. And that is cardio core couplet. Right, moving on to couplet number 3. It's going to be a split squat and a side plank. So again, I'll give you some modifications for these exercises. Split squat, the basic move is going to begin with our feet together, and we're going to hop up in the air and lunge one leg forward, one leg back, and then we're going to alternate back and forth. So it looks like this. Hopping one leg forward, back, and from the side, looks like this. Again, moving at your own pace. Now, if you're looking for a lower impact modification of that exercise, you can simply do alternating reverse lunges. And we're going to be pairing that exercise with a side plank. Back down onto the floor. Again, I'll give you a couple modifications for the side plank. Elbow is on the floor, under the shoulder. Easiest modification, we keep this knee on the floor, bend that leg at the knee, lift the hips up off the floor. If you want, you can throw in some hip raises in or raise that hand up in the air. And you can make it more challenging by extending that leg out in front, lifting the hips up, and again you can throw in the hand raise or the hip raise. So those are your side planks for cardio core couplet number 3. And moving on to couplet number 4 is going to be a star jump and a side plank to the other side. That star jump, again, a couple of modifications. The most challenging is we bring that body down nice and compact, we explode off the floor, and we're going to kick the arms and legs out to the side as we do. So the move looks like this. Now again, if you want a lower impact modification, you don't have to jump quite so high. You can keep that move a little more compact. And lower still, step out to the side, alternating one side and the other, stepping to the side, lifting those arms out. So those are your 3 modifications for the star jump. And again, we're going to alternate that with a side plank to the other side. Each one of those cardio core couplets is going to take 4 minutes for you to complete. Remember, you have a 1-minute work rest cycle for each exercise. You're completing both exercises twice for 4 minutes. Take a little rest, move on to the next one. So with your warm-up and cool down, that ought to give you a nice 20 to 30 minute workout. Enjoy, and we'll see you next time.